So when you get to the point where, like, okay, you really do feel like you've put in the time, the effort, the probable years that's going to take to master fundamentals, and at the same time you've been working your way up through the levels of rubber basketballs, once you get to that point, that is the point at which you could consider upgrading to composite leather if you so choose. But because you put yourself through that process on purpose, you made it as difficult on yourself as you possibly could. Now when you upgrade to composite leather, synthetic, whatever you want to go to next, mastering, learning how to use those basketballs, getting used to them, it's going to be so much easier to go through that process at that point, because you already put yourself through the most difficult process of starting with the most basic and then upgrading, while at the same time doing that by learning your fundamentals and mastering them. So now let's talk about why specifically you should not be using composite leather as a beginner. Sticking with my philosophy of delayed gratification and making things difficult on yourself up front so that later on they become easier, part of that includes making sure that you don't take any shortcuts along the way. You avoid shortcuts as much as possible, because casual players that are just out here to have fun, but they don't really care about how good of a player they could really be. They don't care about legend, legacy, building that kind of thing, which is perfectly fine. But those players, they are definitely going to take those shortcuts because they are only looking to have fun for a few hours out here and go home. Whereas us, we are looking to become the best possible players we can be. Which means not only do we not take shortcuts, but we try to go the opposite direction, meaning we're going to go down every possible path we can think of, because we want to get that experience. We want to have experience, knowledge, skill of every aspect of the game that other players will not have. One of the most major shortcuts that players take is using a composite leather basketball immediately as beginners.